We finally have some new PlayStation Store sales. Unfortunately, they're not as big as, say, the Great Indoor Sale or the EU Spring Sale. However, there are some great deals available, and I do want to run you guys through that. And it's the first pair of PSN sales in quite a while. I feel like it's been a couple of weeks, and for a little bit, we were getting PSN sale after PSN sale, so we got a little bit spoiled. Had to wait a little bit, so now this is definitely welcomed. Also, GameStop is launching a very interesting program, the Guaranteed to Love It, where if you buy a game for full price within its release, you can come back within 48 hours and then get a full $59.99 when you trade it in. Now, there are some caveats to it, so I'll take you guys through that. Also, there's been a lot of talk surrounding Star Wars right now with the announcement of the new movie, the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game. That's coming from Respawn. However, the cat's also been let out of the bag that a new LEGO Star Wars game is in development. So I want to give you guys a heads up on that. So we'll talk about that at the end of this video. First up, let's go through the new PSN sales. Unfortunately, again, these aren't sizable sales where hundreds upon hundreds of games are on sale, but there are some pretty good deals available. Namely, we have a God of War anniversary sale and we have an EA publisher sale. EA, yes, everybody's favorite publisher. You can make all the jokes you want in the comments, but they do have some pretty good games, and I will give you guys the heads up and the lowdown on the great deals available as a part of that. But first, the God of War anniversary sale. Namely, you're looking at God of War as well as God of War Digital Deluxe Edition. This is, of course, the PS4 outing and the game that to many is the best PS4 exclusive of all time, the best PlayStation 4 game of all time even, and it won many Game of the Year 2018 awards, and now it's 40% off for $23.99 for the regular game, and then the Digital Deluxe Edition is 40% off for $30. Now, the Digital Deluxe Edition doesn't give you a sizable amount of editions. You get the full game, you get a mini art book by Dark Horse Comics, you get a dynamic theme, you get Exile's Guardian Shield skin, you get a God of War digital comic, that's issue 0 by Dark Horse Comics, and then you get Death's Vow armor for Kratos and the Death's Vow armor for Atreus. If you guys want to save that additional $6, I would just get the base game, but if you've yet to play God of War, you really should do yourself a service and pick this game up. You're doing your PS4 a disservice by not utilizing its power to play God of War, and if you have a PS4 Pro and you haven't played this game, man, yeah, you're doing yourself a major disservice. The game is incredible, and we know that the sequel is in development right now, probably gonna be a PlayStation 5 game, and with all that info drop, that game is probably gonna be pretty incredible to look at, but nonetheless, that's probably a ways away. For now, check out the PS4 game. You owe it to yourself to play an incredible game like that. Also, I should mention that God of War 3 Remastered, which is on the PS4, that is 30% off for $13.99, so not a sizable discount on that. I would have liked a deeper discount, like 75% off. Knock that down to $5. I mean, that game was a plus title in the past, but still, God of War 3 is a pretty good game. It plays much differently than the 2018 outing, however, and I would say that the 2018 game has outpaced it quite a bit, but it's worth going back and playing through God of War 3. So if you're interested, that's on sale. And then if you still have a PS3, the PS3 God of Wars are on sale as well. God of War Ascension, God of War Collection, the God of War Origins Collection, and who knows, if the PlayStation 5 does have backwards compatibility and you pick these up now, maybe down the line it'll end up paying dividends. I mean, I'm sure they'll go on sale again, so it's not something to get too worked up over, but something I thought I should mention. So those are the titles on sale as a part of the God of War anniversary sale, but also, as I mentioned, there's an EA publisher sale, and there's some other hidden deals running right now that I'll give a mention to, but Battlefield 5 is 50% off for $30. Of course, BF5 just had its Firestorm component introduced, and Battlefield 5 I thought was a pretty compelling game, even though the promotion and marketing for it was an absolute train wreck. I found Battlefield 5 to be pretty good. If you just want a quality Battlefield experience, that's definitely here. Unfortunately, not a lot of gamers gave it a chance just because a lot of the promotional aspects. Now you have Firestorm in there as well, so you have a single player campaign, you have a solid multiplayer with a lot of depth to it, and then you have Battle Royale as well. It's a experience with a lot of depth to it, and I would give it a recommendation at $30. A Way Out is 40% off for $18, one of the best cooperative experiences you're going to come across on the PlayStation 4, and if you pick this game up, you can invite a friend for free. They don't even have to own the game, and if you want to look at it that way, then you're essentially getting the game for $9, which is pretty great. Battlefield 4 is on sale. That's 75% off for $5. Burnout Paradise Remastered is 75% off for $5. That's an awesome buy. Always go to bat for Burnout Paradise, even though I was harping on it back when it released because of its price point. Now that it's down to $5, man, that is a great buy. A great open world racer that, yes, it does show its age in some of the elements and some of the gameplay design choices, but for $5, you're still getting a very good game. And if you're looking for an arcade racer, there isn't much better than Burnout Paradise. All the Need for Speed titles are on sale, highlighted by Need for Speed Rivals, 75% off at $4.99. Payback is 50% off at $9.99, and then Need for Speed is 75% off for $4.99. Rivals and Payback are definitely the ones I would go for. Rivals was a launch title, so it does show its age a little bit. Payback is actually not that terrible. I know it got some negative reviews, but it's actually not an awful game, especially at $9.99. I don't think it's all too bad of a buy. Other deals also include The Sims 4, which is 80% off for $8, and outside of the EA games being discounted, I do also see Fallout 76 is 33% off for $40. Iconoclast is 30% off for $14. That's not bad, but that was recently a plus offering, but Iconoclast is a very good game. And those are the majority of the sales that are running right now. Again, not a lot of standouts in terms of quantity, but you do have some pretty good deals. Battlefield 5, God of War, A Way Out, Burnout Paradise, Battlefield 4 FE's on sale as well. The Need for Speed titles, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, didn't even mention that. So there's definitely some good stuff discounted. I thought we would get some sort of Easter sale or some sort of flash sale. Easter is this weekend, so maybe come this Thursday we'll have some sort of flash sale, and that'll be much better, but we shall wait and see. Of course, when I hear news, I will give you guys the update. Next up, GameStop has been in a little bit of trouble with the rising of digital game sales as well as services like Amazon and people buying games online. GameStop has been on a little bit of a downside, but they are launching a very interesting program called Guaranteed to Love It. They're kicking this program off with Days Gone, and if you return a game within 48 hours of the game's launch, you get your money back in the form of trade-in credit. First game is Days Gone. If you hate it, bring it back within 48 hours and get $59.99 in trade-in credit. Now, this means you can open the game. It's not like you have to keep it sealed and you get your money back. No, you get to open the game. You get to play the game within a 48-hour time period, and considering that Days Gone comes out on a Friday, theoretically, if you do just want to bum rush through the game and then be done with it and then get $59.99 in trade-in credit, that is something you can do. It seems like you can abuse this a little bit, so I don't know if they're gonna dial it back in any way, but nonetheless, I think this is a very good addition to GameStop services, because GameStop has been a place where not a lot of people go to anymore. I mean, they still offer some good deals from time to time. Right now, they're running a great spring sale, and you've got games like Dressine available for $9.99. Ni no Kuni 2 was $9.99. They've got some good deals. Unfortunately, GameStop does have this negative stigma attached to it. You see people making videos all the time downplaying GameStop, and yes, I can definitely understand why some people hate on GameStop. I mean, the trade-in values were so terrible for a long time. People were getting screwed over. I've heard the employees aren't treated the best, but if you're just looking to get some good deals, man, Ni no Kuni 2 for $10, Dressine for $10, there are so many other good deals available right now. They have really stepped their game up, and with something like this, I find it to be a rather compelling addition. And is it gonna make me go to GameStop all the time? Absolutely not. But for somebody that is on a tight budget, for somebody that wants a guarantee with their purchase, Days Gone is a game some people are skeptical on. Hey, this makes it a lot more beneficial. Now, it should be noted you get $59.99 in trade-in credit, so that's credit you can use in store, or I do believe you can ask for cash, but then you lose like 20 or 30%. So $59.99 with trade-in credit, and you don't get your tax back. So essentially, if you want to return Days Gone and get a different $60 game, all you'll have to pay is the tax in your state, and then you're good to go. But with $59.99, you can also pick up a bunch of other games, so that seems to be pretty good. So if you want to check this out with Days Gone, it's going to be eligible from April 25th until the 28th, so you'll be able to try out the game. If you want to keep it, you can keep it, but if you want to go back and get $59.99 in trade-in credit, I find this to be a great offer. And lastly, I do want to talk a little bit about Star Wars. We got the announcement of Episode 9. We got the full revelation of Jedi Fallen Order, but a new LEGO Star Wars game is also in the works. Matt Wood of Skywalker Sound, which is owned by Disney, actually detailed a list of Star Wars projects in the works, and he was super excited, but he also let the cat out of the bag that they were working on a new LEGO Star Wars game. He didn't go too deep into it, but outside of this, sources have told Eurogamer that there is indeed a new LEGO Star Wars game in the works, and I know LEGO Star Wars isn't a franchise gamers are going to get as excited for, like, say, a new single-player, big-budget Star Wars experience like we're getting with Jedi Fallen Order, but nonetheless, I've always found LEGO Star Wars games to be rather charming, and it's said that this one is said to be more of an ambitious project than previous games, so I'm excited in that sense. I'm all for more Star Wars projects. I'm all for good Star Wars games. It's just that, unfortunately, Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2 have left a lot to be desired. At this point, much like Battlefield 5, actually, Battlefront 2 has developed into a pretty good game, but that game just started off as a train wreck. EA did such a poor job in promoting that game that it was really a case of it being dead on arrival, and it could never even get off the ground, so it was really unfortunate what happened with that game. Hopefully, with these new projects, because they've got a new spin to it, Jedi Fallen Order is a single-player game being done by Respawn, and LEGO Star Wars is a completely different franchise. Maybe they'll resonate a little bit more with gamers. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, right now, Sony is running the God of War anniversary sale as well as an EA publisher sale. Some other deals running right now as well, so check those out. GameStop is launching a Guaranteed to Love It program with Days Gone. If you pick up Days Gone from GameStop and you return it to them after opening the game within 48 hours, you will get $59.99 trade-in credits, so that's pretty awesome. And a new LEGO Star Wars game is in the works. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.